It isn't easy to do a thriller like this.
No, you're totally right. Thank you very much. You're totally right. I think thriller is probably my favorite genre, but yeah, it is hard to get right for sure. For sure. You need a good team.
When you're auditioning or looking for a role, do you like the physicality in roles, or was this just unique?
Oh no, I love physicality in roles, It's definitely not something I like set out to do. I just set out to act and kind of would take anything that came my way, but I love how being physical on screen makes me feel. I love fighting and using my strength, I don't go to the gym for nothing. So it's good to put it to use for sure. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
Well, doing the choreography of fight scenes is a lot like choreographing a dance scene. I mean, are you a good dancer?
Totally. I mean, I'd like to think so. Yeah, I can dance. I mean, I used to dance when I was in school. I think that's why I probably pick up choreo pretty easily. I was actually fight training today on a job that I'm on right now, actually, and we were sort of sword fighting and stuff. And I can pick up things pretty quickly. Yeah.
I
Um,
can't think of another occupation in the world where you go from, doing scuba diving in one day and then sword fighting in the next. So this is
yeah.
a brilliant career.
Yeah, no, it is. Honestly, I don't know what actor said this, but I remember hearing a quote about how the best part of being an actor is that you get to learn all these other skills when you're on these jobs. It's definitely the coolest part about it, I would say, transforming into people, but learning all this random stuff. Like you say, I was swimming around in the Cornish Sea, surrounded by jellyfish and tearing around on jet skis this time last year, and now I'm in Budapest. So life, comes at you fast.
And not everybody looks good wet. I mean, it's that in itself is a real feat.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, hair and makeup teams definitely help. I think if we had just gone for that without any hair and makeup support, I probably would have looked somewhat like a drowned rat.
Mm.
But as it turned out, I definitely watched it and I was like, me and Ella Ray sort of looked at each other, we're like, we look pretty good, girl. Yeah.
But on the other side of the coin, too, I mean, you do such a great job in convincing the audience of the truth of the scene. And that's not a small feat either. I mean, you're having fun doing the shoot, but when it gets down to the nitty gritty of the scene and your acting partners are who they are, this comes off really, really well.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I mean, it's a testament to our director for sure,
Mm.
Kate Cox, who's just brilliant. But also, yeah, I mean, that little sort of thrupplet of actors, is that even the right word to use? I don't know. Us three actors, I mean, we went well, very, very well together, We bonded pretty quick and we all supported each other through those scenes, Some of them got pretty gnarly. But we would just let the camera roll, and if you get long takes, usually it's easier to, like you say, get really into the nitty gritty of stuff. So yeah. And I mean, what was on the page was so good, I mean, characters like this, they don't come around super often. I suppose they come around increasingly so now, but when you get to play a crazy girl, then you get to go to some crazy places, and that's just bring
Well,
out the best in you.
I think playing crazy is an art in itself, and it's not like you start off crazy. I mean, we start to like you and in the film, and then all of a sudden the crazy happens, and
Right. And
it's
that's
a
where
lovely.
they never seem crazy at first. But
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. That's true.
yeah.
We live in a day and age of Zoom auditions and things like that. And was there ever a chemistry test, or did you guys just go into it?
No, I think we did a Zoom read through, like after we'd all been offered the roles. But we did totally just arrive in Cornwall and go straight into it. We had, I think, a day of rehearsals, which, I mean, there's not a lot you can rehearse in a room when you're going to be shooting it on a boat at sea. So, but yeah, we definitely just kind of went straight into it. There weren't really any chemistry reads or anything like that. So I think we were all pretty relieved to find that we actually had very good chemistry when we got there. Otherwise, it probably would have been a bit of a nightmare.
I would also think that shooting on a boat is similar to shooting in a car. It's very claustrophobic at times.
Super claustrophobic. Yeah, super claustrophobic. And also there's the added stress of just the ocean all around you with no land. So yeah, it was definitely pretty claustrophobic. I mean, massive applaud to the crew and my hair and makeup team on that, because there was no space on that boat, absolutely no space whatsoever. It was crazy.
And I would think after watching a bunch of shark documentaries, I wouldn't go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many sharks we have in the UK.
Well,
Honestly, if someone had, I mean, there were a lot of jellyfish. Every night that we were filming the evening scenes in the water, there were loads of jellyfish, like hordes of them, that I was terrified to get in the water with, because I don't want to get stung by a jellyfish. I'm pretty sure someone has to pee on you if you get stung
yeah,
by
yeah. Well,
So
what
I
are you
was
gonna
really not, I was not up for that, but we
bring
had
your own
some
pee?
divers. Yeah, exactly. Just a bottle, just in case.
This is mine. I want to use it.
Yeah, to be fair, it'd probably be nicer using your own, right?
Oh, there you go. I mean, people say blood. I would imagine that would be okay. What do you think audiences are going to take away from Into the Deep?
Gosh, I mean, I think people will probably, I mean, especially I feel like this film is for women, it's for everyone, but I do love the idea of girls my age and, well, all women really watching this movie and just feeling pretty empowered. And, it's always great to see badass women on screen. It's something that we don't always get to see in a truthful way. Definitely more so these days, but I think I would like women to leave feeling very empowered, and that, they should use their physical strength when they need to. But also, I think question the truth, questioning the truth, and what you see and what you believe might not necessarily be what it looks like at first glance. So I think that's the main thing that probably gets taken away from this movie, for sure.
Yeah, and you brought this up. I mean, playing a badass woman, there's not that many people that can really pull it off. I mean, you are one of them. Nina Bergman, I think, Lucy Lawless, played Xena for a long time. But there is a wonderful niche for women who can hold their own with a sword or with their fists or whatever. And you do so well in, I don't want to pigeonhole you, but that's a lovely place to be.
Hey, I mean, if there's any pigeonhole that I'm going to be pigeonholed into, that's a good one, Yeah, I mean, for sure. You know what? Weirdly, I don't think it is a niche. I think there's loads of women out there who can do that. I just don't think we're always given the opportunity. And sometimes when we are given the opportunity, it's kind of like, I don't know, we'll be given like less, like the guys will have like loads of choreography, and they're like, you just maybe like, we'll give you like a couple moves, and you can just repeat them, I don't know. I think there's loads of women out there who can do it. I just think there's the roles, the amount of roles maybe there's a shortage.
Well, I am so glad that part is changing, because we're seeing a lot more deeper roles for women.
Yeah, totally. I think it's awesome. Hey, women are like, I love women. I think we are just crazy complex, and we have all these amazing layers, and we have a lot of power. I mean, we literally create life, So as far as I'm concerned, women could do anything, and I'm just glad that I've worked with directors that agree and have given me free reign of going a little bit mental. It's very special. So
Jessica, it is just a pleasure to talk with you. I would love to talk with you for a half an hour or 45 minutes, just about everything. Before I go, I just want to ask you, why the phony English accent?
Oh God, I don't know. I think it's just going to help me get more jobs. I can't believe you busted me already. Jeez.
I actually said that one time to Patrick Stewart, and he just went right into a Brooklyn accent and said, yeah.
I don't know if I could do a Brooklyn accent. I feel like if I'm going to pretend that I'm like from LA, then maybe that'll work, but I'm not sure.
That's chilling. That's chilling. Jessica, it really is a pleasure to talk with you, and you've got such a great sense of humor. Thank you so much.